السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله، الحمد لله، والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. ربي زدني علما. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. I welcome you all to the class of story time because I was busy in the daytime, so I thought I'll do this because we didn't do since 15 days. So let's begin the story. قطرة ماء تروي قصتها. The story of a drop. تروي قطرة ماء, a drop of water narrates its story. تروي, rawa yarwi is to narrate her, like rawa ibn Hurayra, Abu Hurayra, rawa Abu Hurayra narrated radiyallahu anhu. So قطرة ماء تروي قصتها, a story of a drop of water. Right, so let's begin this inshallah ta'ala. استيقظ خالد في الصباح. استيقظ, يستيقظ is to wake up. Khalid woke up in the morning. وحمل إبريق الماء ليسقي الورود في الشرفة. حمل يحمل is to carry. إبريق is a jug, right? A jug of water. So he carried a jug of water ليسقي الورود, so that he can water. Saqa yasqi is to water, or to it also means to give someone to drink. Liyasqi al-wuruda, so that he can give water to drink for the flowers, right? For the roses. Fi shurfa, shurfa is a balcony, in the balcony. So he wanted to water the roses, right, in the balcony. فلاحظ قطرات ماء متساقطة على أوراق الورود. He noticed. لاحظ يلاحظ is to notice. He noticed قطرات ماء, right? He noticed drops of water متساقطة, fallen, right? Which are تساقط is to fall. So fallen, or which were there. على أوراق الورود, on the petals or the أوراق or the leaves of the roses. So he saw some dew, right? It's dew. ولكنه لم يلاحظ أثرا للمطر, but he did not notice any signs of rain. So he was like confused. Where did this water come from, right? He did not see any signs of rain. وَكَانَ الْفَصْلُ صَيْفًا, and the season was summer, right? It was summer season. فَتَعَجَّبَ كَثِيرًا, he became surprised a lot. He became amazed. Right? Where did this water come from? وَقَالَ لِنَفْسِهِ, and he said to himself, مِنْ أَيْنَ جَاءَتْ خَطَرَاتُ الْمَاءِ هَذِهِ, from where did these drops of water come? From where did these drops of water come? So he was like wondering, where did these drops of water come from? So ibriqun is a jug. Ibriqun jug. Wardun is a rose. Right. Shurfatun, a balcony. Qataratun, a drop. Qataratun, a drop. Qatra. سمع خالد قطرة الماء تتحدث إليه. So suddenly Khalid heard, right? Khalid heard the drop of water speaking to him. Right? تحدث يتحدث, to speak. He heard the drop of water speaking to him. مرحبا, the drop of water says, welcome. أنا قطرة ندى. Right? I am a drop of dew. Nada is dew. Right? Dew. كنت في الليلة الماضية بخارا في الجو. I was in the previous night a steam, right? I was steam. I was water vapor in the air. في الجو, in the air. وعندما انخفضت درجة الحرارة. انخفض ينخفض is to lower. And when the temperature lowered بعد منتصف الليل, after the midnight, تحولت إلى قطرات ماء سائلة. I changed into, تحول is to change, is to transform. I transformed into قطرات ماء سائلة, into flowing water droplets. سائلة is flowing. سال يسيل is to flow, into flowing water droplets. وسقطت على ورودك, and I fell on your roses, on your flowers, roses. نعم. وسقطت, سقط يسقط is to fall, and I fell on your roses. سقطت. ندن, ندن is dew. بخار, steam, بخار. ميزان حرارة, temperature. You check the temperature, right? What's it called? Thermometer. Sa'ilun, sa'ala yasilu, sa'il, flowing. There's another sa'ilun, sa'ala yas'alu. It means the one who's asking, right? So both are written same, but the meaning is different, because that is from sa'ala yas'alu and this is from sa'ala yasilu. Okay, because both ismul fa'il have a hamza in between, like qala yaqulu qa'il, qa'ilun. It has a hamza because it was actually qavilun. Right, so, and this was also sa'ilun. The ya was converted into hamza, but for sa'ala yas'alu it was actually the hamza itself. Right, so this is a story of a drop of water. Inna qissati tawilatun jiddan. Right, so the drop of water says, indeed my story is very long. La tantahi, it won't end. It's like intaha yantahi is to end. It won't end. وَلَوْ بَقِيتُ أُحَدِّثُكَ عَنْ رِحَالَاتِي. And if I remain speaking about my travels, لَأَمْضَيْتُ سَاعَاتٍ طَوِيلَةً. Right, I would spend سَاعَاتٍ طَوِيلَةً, long hours, speaking about the journey of a drop of water. بَلْ أَيَّامًا وَلَيَالِيًا. Right, indeed, but it could be even days and nights. Right, بَلْ rather it would have been days and nights if I speak about my journeys. كنت جليدا في أقصى الشمال البارد. So the story begins of the drop of water. I was jalid. Jalid is I was ice. في أقصى الشمال. أقصى is far, right? أقصى, far. شمال is north. البارد, so far, cold north, that is north pole kind of. في أقصى الشمال البارد. So I was ice in the north pole. وعندما تنخفض درجات الحرارة كثيرا. And when انخفض ينخفض, right, reduce, when the درجات الحرارة, when the temperature reduce كثيرا, a lot, أتحول, I change into, تحول يتحول, to change, right, from 5 I change into إلى كتلة جليدية صلبة. I change into كتلة. كتلة is a glacier. جلدية, ice glacier, and صلبة is a solid ice glacier. Right? Solba is solid. Alhamdulillah. Barakallahu fiqh. Jazakallahu wa iyyakum. إلى كتلة جلدية. كتلة is a glacier. تحول يتحول is a to change. So I changed into jalid. Jalid is ice. Thalj is also ice, right? Allahumma ba'id bayni wa bayna khatayaya kama ba'adta bayna al-mashriq wal-maghrib. Allahumma naqqini min khatayaya kama yunaqqa ath-thawb al-abyadu min ad-das. Allahumma ighsilni min khatayaya bil-ma'i wath-thalji. Barad wath-thalji. Thalj is the hailstones, and barad is also ice. Wal baradi, wash my sins with water, with hailstones, and with ice. Snow. Barad could be snow. Snow also, right? Snow. So jalid is also ice. Jalidun, ice. So this story, the drop of water says, I got changed into a glacier. Right? A glacier. You understand? A glacier, right? Water glacier. وفي الصيف, and in summer, سطعت الشمس. سطع is to become bright. The sun shone bright. Right? سطع. ساطع. Right? الشمس ساطعة, that is the bright sun. Right? Bright. سطعت الشمس, it is مؤنث. الشمس. سطعت الشمس وبدأ الثلج يذوب. And see, salj came, right? Salj came. That is what I was telling. The ice started. Bada is to start. Bada yabda'u, start. Yadhubu, dhaba yadhubu is to melt, to dissolve. So the ice started melting. وَيَتَحَوَّلُ إِلَى سَائِلٍ, and it got changed into flowing water. Right? Sa'il, we learned just now, right? Sala yasulu. Sala yasilu, to flow. And it got changed into something which is flowing. A liquid, we could say. Right? So from ice, from jalid, right? From jalid, he the drop of water changed into glacier, and from glacier it turned into water. فتدفقت. تدفق يتدفق is to flow. Right? يسيل, that is, it flowed. Right? So تدفقت. تدفق يتدفق is to flow. فتدفقت مع قطرات الماء. So I flowed with the drops of water. في السيول والأودية. سيول, sail, is a stream, a torrent of water. في السيول, stream, kind of a river, right? Stream. And أودية is valley. في السيول والأودية. So I went along with the drops of water in the streams and the valleys. حتى وصلنا إلى بحر واسع جدا, until we reached the واسع جدا, so a wide sea, right? Until we reach. wasala yasilu is to reach, until we reach to the wide. wasa is wide sea, جدا, very wide sea. وصرت ماء مالحا, and I became, I could say sara yasiru, is to change, is to become. وصرت, and I became ماء مالحا, salty water, right? Malih is salt. Milh, salt. Malihan, salty. So malihan, I became salty water, because in the sea you'll find salt. Right? وصرت ماء مالحا, I became salty water. Thaljun is ice. Yadhubu, dhaba yadhubu is to melt. Sailun, a stream, a torrent of water. Wadin is a valley. Bahrun is a sea. وَتَبَخَّرْتُ. Tabakhara is to become steam. وَتَبَخَّرْتُ. So now, you know, the droplet of water is in the sea, and then it started becoming water vapor. وَتَبَخَّرْتُ بِسَبَبِ أَشِعَّةِ الشَّمْسِ. Right? I became a water vapor because of بِسَبَبِ, because of the reason of أشعة. أشعة is the shu'a, the rays of the sun, ad-dafiyati, right? The rays of the warm rays of the sun. Dafiya is warm, so the warm rays of the sun, right? I don't know the singular of ashi'a. I think it is Shua. Let me check. Ashia. One ray is called rays is called Ashia. Shu'aun. Yes, correct. Shu'aun. Sheen, Ain, Alif, Ain. Shu'aun. Ashia. Rays. Shu'a. Fasirtu Bukharan. Then I became steam again. Right? It's telling a story how it was a glacier from the sky. Then it got turned into torrents. Yeah, it was flowing streams and valleys. Then it joined the sea. It became salty. Now it's becoming a water vapor. Fasirtu Bukharan. I became a water vapor, steam. Yas'adu fil jawi. Sa'ida yas'adu is to climb, to ascend. So it started going up in the air. Alien, right? Very high in the alien. It started raising up. Yeah. Hatta wasaltu, until I reached ila tabaqatin baridatin, in the cold tabaqa. Tabaqa is the area, or we could say tabaqa. Let me check tabaqa. Yeah, layer. Okay, layer. Until I reached the cold layer fil jawi, in the air. فتحولت مرة أخرى. Then I changed again. I transformed again. مرة أخرى إلى خطرة ماء, to a drop of water. Right. So in the clouds again it became a drop of water. وكونت, and I was made. And I كونا is to stay, made up of. كونت مع كونت مع رفيقاتي, and I stayed, we could say, with my friends من قطرات الماء, from the other drops of water. Oh, we made up ourselves. Oh, كونا, how should we translate كونا? كونت. كونا. Yeah, give birth to, give a certain form to. Kawan, to bring about. We caused. We generated. Yeah, kawana is generated. So we generated with our friends ghaymatan, a big cloud. Ghayma is a cloud. Fil jawi, in the sky, in the air. Right, we created a big cloud. Mali'atan bil ma'il adab, which was filled. Malia is filled with palatable water. Azb is sweet water. It's not salty, because it says that لأن الملح, because the salt يبقى في البحر, it stays in the sea. ولا يتبخر, and it will not vaporize. تبخر يتبخر is to vaporize, and it will not vaporize. Right? Sahih. Ghaymatun is sahab, right? Cloud. Milhun is salt. Azb comes in the Quran also, right? Bil ma'il azb. Azb. That. So now it's in the clouds, and then ساقطت الرياح غيمتنا. Saqa yasuqu is to drive. So the winds drove our cloud ila biladin ba'idatin, to a far away land, lands, a lot of lands. Yeah, so it was traveling. وبقينا أياما وليالي نسبح في الفضاء, and we remained days and nights. Nasbahu is swimming in the fada, is the horizon. No, fada you could translate as al-fada, the space. So we started, we were swimming and floating, you could say, floating in the air, in this space. وَتَنْضَمُّ إِلَيْنَا قَطَرَاتُ مَاءٍ وَغُيُومٌ أُخْرَى. Indamma, tandamu is to mix, or you could say join. Indamma, yandammu, indamamtu, I joined. So tandamu ilayna, so other clouds also joined towards us. and we became one big cloud. وتنضم إلينا انضم ينضم is to join قطرات ماء وغيوم أخرى. Other drops of water and other clouds joined with us. حتى صرنا until we became, صرنا is we became غيوما متراكمة ثقيلة, until we became متراكمة is heavy, I guess. متراكمة, accumulated, yeah, accumulate. تراكم is to accumulate, heaped up. متراكم is heaped up. ثقيلة, so we became like heaped up heavy cloud. لا تقدر الرياح أن تحملها. The air was not able to. قدر يقدر is to be able to. The air was not able to carry us. Now we became so heavy because we are clouds, right? So we were not able to, the air was not able to carry us. فسقطنا مطرا غزيرا على الجبال والسهول. So we fell, that is, it started raining. مطرا غزيرا, a heavy rain. غزير is heavy, right? غزير is heavy, a lot of rain. Copious rain, abundant rain. غزير, massive rain. على الجبال, on the mountains. والسهول, and on the plains. Suhul is, Sahal is a plain. Sahal, Suhul. So Matarun is rain. Matar. Jabalun is mountain, of course. And Sahal is a plain, straight land. Sahal. A long story, huh? Literally long. وصلت إلى الأرض. We reached the earth. ونزلت في التراب. And I reached the earth, and I entered and I descended into the mud. Right? So it's coming down as rain, and it descended into the in the sand. Right? Nazala is to get down. Inna anzala is to bring down. فلقيتني بذرة ملقاة في الأرض. Then a bizra met me, a thrown bizra. What is bizra? Is a seed. A seed, yeah. Bizra is a seed, okay. Bizra is a seed. Bizra. Hab. Hab is also a seed, right? Bizra. Nas, hubub, habbatun. Bizratun is a seed. So until I met, a thrown seed met me fil ardi, in the earth. So there was a strewn over seed which met me on the earth. كانت حبة شعير جافة. It was which type of seed? It was a حبة شعير, barley seed. Sha'ir is barley. It was a dry barley seed. Right? It was a dry barley seed. Jaffa is dry. Jaffa is dry barley seed. Habba is seed, and sha'ir is barley. فدخلت فيها, so I entered into the seed. Right? So this drop of water entered in it. وصارت برعما, and the seed became, habba became bur'um, a sprout. Bur'um is a bud. You see a small bud, bur'um. ثم سنبلة, then it became a ear. Not this ear, the ear of corn. A stalk. مليئة, filled with بحب الشعير. This is called one ear, right? One stalk of whatever. بحب الشعير. So this became one ear. Sumbula, it comes in the Quran. The misal of the one who gives sadaqah, sumbula. It's like if you put like this and each gets 7 and each one of them gets 100. So that is a reward, right? If you put 1 rupee of sadaqah, one equal to one good deed, if you give sadaqah, it will become into 700 times. Sumbula. You see a sumbula, the stalk or the ear of the corn. Mali'atan, it was a filled sumbula with the seeds of barley. And so one seed will become into so many sumbulas. وَبَقِيتُ فِي وَاحِدَةٍ, and I remained in one. So this drop of water remained in one. مِن تِلْكَ الْحَبَّاتِ, from those seeds. أَسَابِيعَ إِدَّةً, right, for weeks together. وَكَانَتْ اسْتِرَاحَةً هَادِيَةً لِي, it was very peaceful. Hadia is peaceful, and it was a peaceful rest for me, right? So from the rain, so it was first in the ice glacier, then it went into the sea, then it vaporized, then it fell as rain, and then it entered into the earth, and then it joined into the seed, and it stayed in the corns, not corn, barley ear, for a long time, right? For a long time. This drop of water. Turab is the sand, bizratun is a bud, seed, bizratun is a seed, bizratun is a seed, sha'irun is barley, bur'um is a bud, bur'um is a bud, you see a small bud in the tree. And then we have sumbula. Sumbula is the ear, whatever you call the stalk of tree. Nam, the stalk of tree. Sumbula. Okay. وفي يوم من الأيام التقط طائر حبة شعير. التقط is to take. How do you translate? التقط. Pick up. Yeah, pick up. And from one of these days, one of the birds, what it did was, it took the seeds, the barley seeds, وطار بي بعيدا, and flew with me along far away. Right? طار بي بعيدا فأمضيت في جوفه ساعات, and I remained, right, in his stomach for hours. Jawf is stomach, right? Or Jawf is hollow, hollow abdomen, Jawf. So the bird ate the and stayed. So the water stayed in the stomach of this for hours. وسرت في دمه, and I traveled in his in the bird's blood. ثم خرجت عرقا, then I came out as sweat. على ريشه, عرق is sweat, right? Rish is the feathers, on its feathers. So the drop of water is telling all his story, and the bird took up, and then it stayed in the on the feathers. وتبخرت في الجو, and then it again became steam. It was dried up, and I vaporized again in the air. مرة أخرى, again. حرة طليقة, becoming free. طليق is loose, so I became free and loose. Free and loose, free, something like that. كان الجو حارا, again it went to the sky. Okay, fine. كان الجو حارا, the weather was hot. فبقيت بخارا في الجو, and I remained as steam, as vapor in the air. يمضي بعيدا, traveling. مضى يمضي is to travel, traveling a lot, passing far away. بعيد is far. ويرتفع في السماء, and ارتفع is to raise in the sky, and I was raising in the sky the bukhar, the rih. ثم مضت بي الرياح, and then the air traveled with me, B is with me, إلى جبال عالية بعيدة, to tall far away mountains. ينبع منها نهر ماء كبير. نبع is to sprout, but not. ينبع is a place also, but that is stem which rises, which stems from it. منها نهر, a river. ماء كبير, نهر ماء كبير, a big river stems from it. والأمطار تسقط هناك كل يوم, and rain used to fall over there every day. I mean, it used to rain there every day. فنزلت إلى النهر, so I got down, I descended into the river. وسرت في مجراه مسافة طويلة, and it traveled in its majrahu is the stream, right? Majra is the flowing place, channel, we could say, the channel. So I traveled in its channel مسافة طويلة, a long distance. Masafa is distance. وكانت رحلة جميلة في الغابات, and it was a beautiful trip in the jungles, right? So it's back to the stream. Right? So it's a beautiful trip in the jungles. Ghabatun is jungle, right? And the mountains, والأودية and valleys. لقد أحببت ذلك النهر كثيرا. I love that stream a lot. Right? I love that. Nahar is a river. I love that river a lot. ولكن سعادتي, but due to my سعادتي, but my happiness لم تدم طويلا, but my happiness did not last long. دام يدوم is to long, is to last. دام, it comes in the ما دامت السماوات والأرض. It comes in the Quran. As long as the skies and the earth remain. Nam dama yadumu is to remain. Dawam, right? Dawam is to be remaining all the time. Lam tadum tawil, but my happiness did not remain for long. فقد اعترض النهل سد هائل, because اعترض is to face, right? اعتراض, اعترض is to, yeah, obstruct, stop, right? So the Asadun Hail, Sad is a dam, right? Saddun, a dam. Hailun, a dam. A massive, Hail is a massive dam stopped the river. والماء والأنهار لا تحب السدود, and water and rivers do not love the dams. لا تحب السدود. ودخلت في محطة ضخ للمياه. So what happened? There was a dam and the water got stopped, and this drop of water entered into محطة ضخ, to للمياه. So this will be water pumping station. Right? Mahatta is a station. Dakh is pumping. Dakhun, pumping. You have a water pump, right? Water pumping station. So it entered the water pumping station. Tashabu sahiba. Yashabu is to withdraw. Right? You can withdraw. Right? Ashabu kathiran min al mal. Right? Withdraw from the bank. You can withdraw money, right? So tashabul ma'a. So the pumping, it draws water. Fi anabib. Anabib are the pipes, ducts. Ilal mudun, to the cities. Right? So it takes the water to the cities. Wasirtu ta'ihatan fi shabakatil miyah. And I traveled ta'ihatan. I don't know what is ta'ihatan. Ta'ihatan. Lost. Oh, I travel lost. Fi shabakatil miyah, because you don't know, right? You are in the water network. Shabakat is the network. In the water network, I was traveling in it. Fi shabakatil miyah. La arifu ila ayna adhab. I don't know where to go, because it's all water and pipes. You're traveling in pipes. Hatta wajadtu nafsi fi kharurati ma'in. Until I found myself in the kharura is a flask, a bottle. Qinina is also a bottle. Kharura is also a flask. You see a flask of water. وشربني and أحد الأشخاص, and one of the person drank me. كان قد أكل سمكا كثيرا. He ate a lot of fish. وأتبع ذلك, and he followed that with بالحلوى والفواكه, with sweets and sweet and fruits. So this guy drank the drop of water. Saddun is a dam. Saddun, Sina. Saddun, dam. Mahattatu dakhin, a pumping station. What do we call that? Anabib, the pipes. Qarura is a flask. You see a bottle. وَالنَّاسُ فِي الْمُدُنِ, and the people in the cities. يَهْدَرُونَ كَثِيرًا بِالْمِنَ الْمَاءِ, and they waste water. يَهْدَرُونَ is wasting, I think. Yeah, يَهْدَرُونَ, wasted. Let me check. Hadara yahduru is the verb, I guess. Yahdaruna. Hadara yahdiru. Oh, it's yahdiruna. Bab daraba. Raddada. Hadara is to waste. Yahdiruna, abandon, yeah, waste. والناس في المدن, and people in the cities waste a lot of water. ويستهلكوا this to be استهلك, this يستهلكون, this is wrong, this should be a sukun. يستهلكون منه أكثر من حاجاتهم. استهلك is to exhaust, right? And they exhaust with it أكثر من حاجاتهم. Most of their needs, they exhaust their needs, they finish up with their needs, and after that finishing their needs, ويضيعون, and they waste. ضيع يضيع is to waste form 2, and they waste جزءا كبيرا منه, and they waste a big portion of it. So they use the water, but they waste a lot of water في غير فائدة, without any use. لماذا لا تحفظ يا خالد في بيتكم برأماء? Why don't you dig, يا Khalid, in your house a well of water? So this is a story, right? It went to the cloud and so on and so on, until the person drank the water. لقد أمضيت في المدينة. So he's saying, why don't you dig a well, right? Why don't you dig a well, oh Khalid? لقد أمضيت في المدينة. I remained in the city أسوأ رحلة في حياة. It was bad. It was the worst trip in my life, right? Because you are inside a human being now. The drop of water the person drank, right? After that it went to the sewage and so on. حتى سقطت في شبكة صرف للمياه, until I fell into the water network. What do you call the water? Surf is the water exchange network. You could say, I don't know what to say. The sewage network, sewerage. واختلطت بخاذورات, and I mixed with, اختلط is to mix, and I mixed with foul things. خاذورات are the foul things. Yeah, the sewage water is very bad. وفضلات, and garbage. فضلات, the garbage. ومواد كثيرة, and lot of matters, a lot of things I've reached. So right, يهدر الماء, wasting water. يهدر الماء. هدر يهدر, it's a kasra. باب ضرب يضرب, هدر يهدر. بئر is a well. شبكة صرف, you see the water network, whatever. Shabaka is a network, so you see water distribution network. Yeah, you could say that. Surf could be not exchange, because surf could be an exchange also. Like ATM is called makinatu sarrafi lil ali, right? It's called ATM, makinatu sarrafi lil ali. So shabakatu sarfin, water distribution network, and fadalat are the garbage. Fadlat. Naam. Fadalat. After that, what happened? Wali husni hadhi, and because of my good fortune, husni hadh is the fortune. Yeah, you could say good fortune. فقد أنقذتني شجرة كينا. Right? The شجرة كينا, the Kina is what? The cinchona tree. A quina tree. Queen, I don't know how to pronounce. Kina is the quina tree, like Quina, or cinchona. Cinchona tree. Oh, great. So the cinchona tree saved me. Cinchona, yeah. Or quina tree, right? It's the same. Quinoa tree. Okay, the quinoa tree, dakhma is thick. So the thick cinchona, or whatever, cinchona tree saved me. Anqadha is to save, saved me. كانت مزروعة, it was planted في طريق المجارة, in the river way, channel. So it was planted in the way of the water, like in the stream or something. ولو أن الناس يزرعون الأشجار الحرجية, and if the people had planted the harajiyya, is the forest trees fi masarat al-miyah, on the waterways, right? Masarat is the way in which the water flows. Wa masabbati miyahi al-majari, and masabbat al-miyah. I don't know what is masabbats. Masabbats. Estuaries, the mouths, outlets. Masabbat are the estuaries or the mouths. So the water estuaries or the outlets. Al-majari, flowing. Latakhallasu. So if they had planted trees in the water channels and streams and so on, they would have been freed from latakhallasu. Takhallasa is to be free, to get rid of. They would have been gotten rid of minat talawuth, from pollution. They would have gotten rid of from pollution. Asjarun harajiyya are the forestry, right? Forest trees. Majari al-miyah is the waterways, where the water flows. Talawus is the pollution. Long story, yeah. وَهَكَذَا صِرْتُ قَطْرَةً نَظِيفَةً, and this is how I became a clean drop, right? So because it went into the tree again. وَصِرْتُ فِي عُرُوقِ الشَّجْرَةِ ذَعِيَّةِ, and I traveled in the trunk, right, of the excellent tree, right? Raya is beautiful tree, excellent, good tree. ثُمَّ وَصَلْتُ إِلَى أَزْهَارِهَا, then I reached to its flowers, right? وَجَاءَتْ نَحْلَةٌ, and a honeybee came. فَحَطَّتْ عَلَيْهَا, and it sat on it. Hatta is to sat, right? Or hatta, perched on it. It settled on it. So a honeybee came and it settled on the flower. وَأَخَذَتْ مِنْهَا الرَّحِيقِ, and took from it the nectar. وَمَدَتْ بِي مَعَ الرَّحِيقِ, and I traveled with the nectar إلى طرف صحراء بعيدة, to the edge of the far Sahara, is the desert. لا يعرفها الناس, the people did not know about it. ما أجمل أن تكون عسلا يا عزيزي, right? How beautiful is to become honey, oh my Aziz, oh my friend Azizi. So this guy became honey or something. Okay. Uruq is the trunks. What do you say? Uruq, not the trunk. Veins. Oh, Uruq means the veins. Oh, okay. Azhar, the flowers. Rahiq is the nectar. Rahiqul Makhtum, right? Sahra'u, the desert. Asal is the honey. كان خالد مستغرقا, and Khalid was drowned in the story. Yeah, he was absorbed, immersed in the story. يستمع إلى خطرة الماء, he was listening carefully to the drop of water. وقد نسي نفسه, and he forgot himself, about himself. He forgot, he was so absorbed into the story. حتى أيقظه صوت أمه مناديا, until the voice of his mother woke him, right? He woke up from his talk of with the drop of water. Hayya ya Khalid, right? Come on, oh Khalid, ta'ala, come, tanawal futurak, eat your breakfast. لتذهب إلى المدرسة, so that you can go to the school. لقد تأخرت في الشرفة, you have delayed on the balcony, right? You stayed so much on the balcony, like listening to this long story of the drop of water. رجع خالد إلى الغرفة, Khalid returned to the room. وقال لأمي, and he said to his mother, أريد أن أحفر بئرا أمام بيتنا, I want to dig a well in front of the house. ضحكت أم خالد, right? Khalid laughed وقالت هيا, come on, لا وقت لمثل هذا الحديث. There's no, I mean, it's not the time for this such kind of talk, right? she laughed and said, stop talking nonsense. ومضى خالد إلى المدرسة, and Khalid traveled to the school while he was وهو يفكر, while he was thinking كيف يحفر بئرا, how he can dig a well لجمع المياه, so that he can collect water, right? In Arabic, we have the plural of water also. Ma'un, miya'un, right? A lot of water. In English, we don't have that. But in Arabic, we have miyah. right? And like a lot of fiqh book starts with this, like Babul Miyah, they start with Kitabul Miyah, and the book of water. We don't translate as waters, but we have plural in Arabic, of water. Now, so this was a story of a drop of water, how it was an ice, then it became a glacier, then it became into a stream, then it got vaporized, then it became into a cloud, then it came down into the earth, then it entered into a barley, then a bird took that barley and ate it, and it then became sweat, and then it vaporized again, and then after vaporized again it entered into the river. Then from that river it entered into the pumping station. From that pumping station it entered into a glass of water, a bottle of water, and then the man drank, and then it went into the bad place, the sewerage, and it met a lot of these things and so on, until it met a tree, the chinchona tree, whatever, quina tree, and the tree, then it reached to the flowers, and from there the flowers, it became into dew, right? The mountain, not the mountain dew, I mean the flower dew, right? The flower dew, right? It became into the dew of the flower, nada, it became into a nada. Now, okay, this is the story of the water, and it asked, the drop of water asked Khalid to dig a well. Okay, so Khalid was thinking how he can dig a well. This was the long story of this drop of water. Right? Khatratun is a drop, Bukharun is steam, Nada is dew, Sa'il is something which flows, liquid, Sa'il, and Saljun is ice, Ghaymatun is clouds, Matarun is rain, Ibriqun is a jug, right? Ibriq, a jug of water, you see, a jug. Wadin, al-wadi is the valley, Sailun is the torrent of water, stream, Sail is a stream, Sahlun is a plain, Jabalun is a mountain, Nahrun is a river, Bahrun is sea, Mizanu harara, thermometer, right? Mizanu harara, thermometer, Milhun salt, Turabun is sand, Sahra'u is desert, Anabib pipes, Kharuratun flask of water, Wardun a bottle of water, you could say. Qinina is also used for the water, by the way. Wardun is a flower, a rose. Bizratun is a seed, habba, right? Seed. Sha'irun is barley, right? Most of the time, I mean a lot of time, the food of the Prophet ﷺ used to be sha'ir, barley, right? Sha'ir, barley. Many times. Allahu Alam. Bur'um is a bud. Sumbula is a one stalk. What do you call one ear? I don't know what you say properly. One ear of the one stalk of the sumbula. It comes in the Quran, right? Bi'run is a well. Saddun is a dam. Mahattatu dakhin is a pumping station. Shabkatu sarfin, the water distribution network. Majaril Miyah is the water channels, you could say. Talawuth, pollution. Fadalatun is the garbage. Uruqun, veins, right? Vein, Vein. Azharun, flowers. Rahiqun, nectar. Asalun is the honey, of course. Shurfatun is balcony. Shurfa, balcony. You have balconies, right? In Indian houses, we have a lot of balconies outside. Many people don't know balconies. Like in Arab countries, very rare. You don't see balconies at all, right? Zaba yazubu is to dissolve, to melt. Zaba yazubu. Yahdadul ma is to waste water. And ashjarun harajiyatun, forest trees. Now, so this was a story time, alhamdulillah. Jazakallahu khairan, and this was our story time now. This was book number 4. It was a long story, so we just did one book now. and because this is set 3 and there are a lot of stories like this. I mean, it's like so many vocabularies in these books. This was the book, right? Yeah, yeah. Set 3, which number was it? Book 4. This was book 4. We have one, inshallah, next class we'll go to Jarasul Adala. This is a storybook. Jarasul Adala, the justice bell or something. Bell of justice, we could say. It's about the king and the queen. And next story is that, right? I'll just show you. But this was the story of the Qatratuma, right? Qatratuma in Tarbi Qissataha. The drop of water says its story. Now it's a story. Now, okay, and let me open that. I'll just show the cover page maybe. Now this is the story about Jarasul Adala, the bell of justice. Okay, Jazakallahu Khairan, Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. See you in the next class. Barakallahu feekum. This is book 4 of set 3, and inshallah next class we'll continue with book 5 of the set 3, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.